Pastor Glorious Light Church and the founder and CEO of the Timothy Community Corporation, where we are now situated. We call this place the Timothy Center because it is designed to serve and share with the community. This used to be a public school that was closed in 2012, and so we have repurposed it, and our focus is on health, literacy, and leadership. That's why we're here. That's why you're here. So today, our work with dementia has led us to the Mahalia Center and the Musical Museum, where we're going to hear some great music. We're going to have some very thoughtful leaders who are doing some excellent work in this area. And so at this time, I want to bring up the team from the Mahalia Center who will come and share about this program. Let's give it up for them, y'all.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to see you. My name is caretakers, and I'm the co-director of Northwestern Music Medicine Program, and the director of Northwestern Music Medicine Program is Dr. Vanessa Taylor. A little bit about NMMP, since Northwestern Music and Medicine is a long name. We are a program at Northwestern, and we have clinical and community music interventions, such as musical therapy. We do research, and we also have education. And I think we have an app as well.
Thank you so much for having us here, Pastor Neil and Ms. Dee. This is an honor to be here. We love Timothy Center. There's a lot of culture and learning happening here, and it's wonderful to be able to collaborate. We came up with the idea of Musical Museum a few years ago to provide a great opportunity for people with cognitive changes to have what's quite unique for them, made for them in terms of the length, in terms of, and then also to have a component of lifelong learning with it. If you haven't seen our previous concerts, you can use our app, which is called NMMP Mobile. You can QR code it here to download it. And if you go in the app, under Musical Museum, if you just tap on it, you can see all the list of all of our previous programs.
Thank you. And I think after Musical Museum is over, we'll have the QR codes in the app, so people can inquire into that later.
You can also follow us on social media. We are everywhere.
So the question is, what is Musical Museum? This is a concert series dedicated to creating a safe, enriching space for individuals with dementia and their families. Today, we aim to provide intellectual, social, and emotional stimulation, factors that can help protect against this progression while honoring each person's unique abilities. This concert series is both clinically informed and part of an exciting health initiative known as social prescription. And I think you'll be hearing about social prescription more and more as days go on. So social prescription involves connecting people with activities that improve well-being, like music, art, or community gatherings, as a complement to traditional medical care. I am so excited to see you here, and thank you so much for joining us in this shared experience of connection and creativity. I'd like to also thank Pastor Neil, CEO of the Timothy Community Corporation, and Dolores. Oh, she's outside. Dolores, Administrative Director, for making today possible here. This is our first musical museum taking place in the south side of Chicago. And this has been a dream of NMFP to have a Southside Musical Museum. So we're so thrilled. Thank you so much, Pastor Neil. Thank you, Dolores. I also wanted to extend congratulations to Dementia Friendly Bronzeville. They were recently recognized nationally as being a dementia-friendly community. And now, our special artists today are the musicians of the Southside Jazz Coalition. They celebrate their 10th year this year, having presented over 500 programs in neighborhoods with great need for their art. The mission of the Southside Jazz Coalition is not to just keep the tradition of jazz in Chicago alive, but to showcase the vibrant history of Chicago music and musicians. So now,
Good afternoon. Good job, Sarah. So, I'm so glad. This is my first time out of the house. I had the flu. First time out of the house in 2 weeks. So I'm fighting a little bronchitis. So if you see me coughing, I'm not gonna drop dead. It's just a little cough. I got my water. On piano, Mr. Roger Harris. To my right, on guitar, Mr. Tim Fitzgerald. On bass is Josh Ramos. And right behind me, my timekeeper, the wonderful Leonard Stroud.
Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. A long, long way from home. A long way from home.
I thought I would start our program with a spiritual. When Claire called me and asked me to do this program, she asked me to focus on Chicago artists. And one of the greatest, and we don't hear a lot about her anymore, is Miss Mahalia Jackson. And she sang that song at Martin Luther King's funeral. And I thought that would be a good way to start. I wrote a little bit about her. She was born in Alabama. Her family moved here when she was a toddler. She went to Wendell Phillips High School. She dropped out at 15 because she won a talent show. And she was snatched up by the father of gospel music. Who was that? Thomas Doyle. He snatched her up and had her standing on street corners singing his music. And with that, her career blossomed. So here's another song that she made famous. And we are an interactive band. If you hear something that makes you want to put your hands together, if you want to sing with me, I need all the help I can get today. So come on, join in. Music makes you feel so much better. And I know we got some saints in the room who know this song.
Walk with me, Lord. Come on, I want to hear you. Walk with me. Walk with me, Lord. with me, while I'm on this tedious journey. I need you, Lord, to stay with me. Well, stay with me, Lord. Lord, stay with me. Please stay with me, Lord. Stay with me, Lord. While I'm on this tedious journey. Well, I need you, yeah, to walk with me. Mr. Roger Harris. Lord, hold my hand. Hold my hand, Lord. Hold my hand while I'm on this tedious journey. Lord, I need you to hold my hand. Hold my hand, Lord. Hold my hand, Lord. Woo, that singing's gonna get this bronchitis out of me, y'all. Woo, thank you. I got my water here. Thank you, baby. Anybody got any bourbon? No, I'm sorry. We're gonna move right along, and we're gonna talk about just a little bit about Lou Rawls. Lou Rawls, jazz, blues, R&B. What was it that the man could not sing? He was known as a magic baritone. He was born and raised right on the south side of Chicago. And I did not know until I looked into him a little bit that he was a paratrooper. And his career got started. You guys remember Dick Clark? Dick Clark heard him sing and hired him to sing at the Hollywood Bowl. And that's really where his career really jumped off. And Frank Sinatra said that Lou Rawls was the best singer that he had ever heard. So we're gonna do a little blues tune that Lou Rawls used to do called Stormy Monday. And again, you guys are welcome to jump in if anybody wants to get up and that'll give us some life up here on the stage. And it's hot in here, Pastor. Is it me with a hot flash or is it hot? It's the music, okay. Are you guys comfortable? Maybe I'm just hot because I'm singing. I'm just hot because I'm such a young, hot thing. That's not true. Just as bad. They call it Stormy Monday. Well, Tuesday's just as bad. What about Wednesday? Wednesday's worse. Thursday's also sad. Well, the eagle flies on a Friday. Saturday, I get up and I go play. Well, the eagle flies on Friday. Saturday, I get up and play. Stay out all night. Then I wake up, got the nerve to go to church on Sunday. Kneel down on my knees and I say, Lord, Lord, Lord have mercy on me. I had to cry out and say, Lord, 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 Lord. I said, Lord, have mercy. I'm in misery. Come on, tip on. Say it behind me. Y'all help me out. I said, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Well, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Ooh, Lord, 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 Lord. Lord, Lord, Lord. Well, Lord, Lord. Lord, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. That's for the men. Lord, Lord, Lord. Lord, Lord, Lord. misery. I'm in misery. Yeah. Y'all thought y'all was just gonna sit out there and be cute. We gonna do some singing today. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute, come on up here. Yeah, I see I got bronchitis. Come on, baby. Oh, you know what? Your line of arthritis. So, first thing I want to say, sir, since you in the show now, is that your husband, man? Oh, God bless you. How many years, baby? 51 years? Well, I'm on my fourth husband. They only last 6 months. Oh my goodness, congratulations. I can see that he has kept you entertained. Before I go on, I want to say something about the guys with me. I hear a lot of singers say my band. This is not my band. These are my partners in music. They don't belong to me. And I've been so blessed to have known Roger and Tim since I was a young girl when we would all be at jam sessions together. And we're still here, we're still together. I just acquired Josh. And I'm so happy. And Leonard, I didn't even realize how long I'd known Leonard until he reminds me. He got a little gray. I didn't recognize him. But I'm just, please give them a round of applause. I'm so blessed. They carted all their equipment and into this snow, and especially as old as they are, it's not easy. So I called Tim and I called Roger, and I said, you know what, it would only be right if you guys were able to express yourselves and do a tune of a Chicagoan that you respect. So I'm going to turn this over to Mr. Tim Fitzgerald.
Hey everyone, thank you so much. Thanks, Margaret. So when she asked for a Chicago tune, I thought, and I knew this crowd a little bit because we've gotten to play for Northwestern before for this great program. There's a song that you probably know from it in its original format, which was a theme song to an Oscar-winning film called The Sandpiper. And it's got a Henry Mancini tune, and he wrote a very slow, sultry ballad called The Shadow of Your Smile. But wait, there's more, because hometown hero Eddie Harris heard that tune and said, okay, I love that tune, but I want to put a little Chicago flavor on it. So instead of a slow bossa, he made it into a swing tune. So this will be our version of Eddie Harris's version.
Y'all give it up for Mr. Lenard Stroud. So who's next on our list, guys? Well, I didn't have to say a lot about Nat King Cole. You know, he also went to Wendell Phillips, Captain Diane. Did you really? You don't need to be up on the stage. You was. Did you really? That's why you were here, because y'all singing together. Y'all been singing together for 51 years. But the most interesting thing about Nat King Cole to me was they say, and it's not true, that he was the first African American to have a television show. And he was not. He was not. The first African American to have a television show was named Billie Daniels. And he had a 15-minute variety show where he sang and he danced and he, just put on the show. And the outcry was so bad. The calls, the acclaim marched on the TV station that they canceled him. I think he was on maybe 2 months. So after Billie threw his hat in the ring, then the wonderful, not as well known, and I don't know why, pianist singer Miss Hazel Scott. And if any of you have not seen Hazel, thank goodness for YouTube. She was amazing. She could sing, she could dance, she played that piano, and she was labeled a communist. And there was a big smear campaign put against her. I believe she left America. But she also had a variety show, and then came Nat King Cole. So we're going to do one of his songs in the key of F, and one of his most popular songs. I was coming through all the songs. He has so much. Can anybody name a Nat King Cole song? That's always the first one, and I forgot it. I'm just kidding. Just jokes. Another one is the one I never learned about, the buzzer in the air. Which one is that? Straighten Up, thank you so much. Straighten Up and Fly Right. It was one of my mom's favorite songs. But we're going to do another one. singer. He was a piano player, and they had to encourage him to sing. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. And E is even more than anyone that you adore. Love is all that I can give to you, baby. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart and don't you break it. Love is made for me and you. Come on, Roger. That's how we know we're swinging. Drummer, let them do it. Yeah. Now, if you live in Chicago, I know y'all can swing. You're proving it today. I like hearing it. I'm trying to. Dr. Borna, you're not snapping. I can't see close, but I can see far. Okay, we're gonna take it home. How'd that make you feel? Part of the band. Ooh, I love the way you look at me. Oh, it's for one of many men I see. He is very, very extraordinary. And what's next, y'all? It's even more than anyone that you adore. I said love is all that I can give to you. Well, love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can take my heart and just don't break it. Love is made for me and you. I said love, 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 love. What we need right now in the world is one another. I got love to give. Do you have love to give? I want some love. Montgomery, he really does. But this is about Chicago. You know what's next? But I like to end with the blues, so we're going to save that one. We're going to talk about Billie Holiday, who was not a Chicagoan. But I put Billie Holiday down because she's so important to jazz, so important to the genre, so important to singers like me. If you are a jazz singer, if you don't know Billie Holiday, sit down somewhere. And I just wanted to do one of her songs that used to make me cry with singing. I was a youth officer for Chicago Police, and I would sing this song, and it would just put me into tears because I'd look at our children and say, come on, y'all gotta wake up. But this song is about what your mama may have and your papa may have. But get out and get a job and get your own. I don't think those are the lyrics, but so I wanted to do this. And I had some little notes here. She did perform here regularly at Mr. Kelly's Supper Club. Who didn't perform there? And that supper club ran from 1953 to 1975. And all the greatest musicians, singers performed there. But on the South Side, we had our own club called Robert's Showroom. And that's where we came together. And we had everybody from all over the world that would come to Robert's Showroom and perform. Okay. I couldn't help myself. Then they said I took too much. Your mama may have, your papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own. God bless the child. God bless the child. God bless the child that can say, I got my own. God bless the ones that have their own. I got my own. It's gonna make me go home and change my mind. Keep my 25-year-old out of my house. No. So our next song, what's our next song, everybody? What is it? What a wonderful world. Huh? What she say? You want to hit board on the bad side? We're not doing that one today. Come back tomorrow. Okay. But I love this. So Louis Armstrong was not born in Chicago. Where was he born, y'all? No. But it's a well-known musical historical fact that he got off the train here in Chicago and he met who? Lil Hardin. And Lil Hardin was a composer, a piano player, and she was from Chicago. And she said, and I quote, he was real country. I had to clean him up. I had to take him and buy him some clothes. And he had bangs. His hair was on his forehead. And I cut off his bangs and I turned him into who he became, Louis Armstrong. Because behind every good man is a better woman. You know that after 51 years, yes. Yes, you do. So she got him out and she introduced him to the right people. He got into a band, he went to New York, and the rest is history. But I want to do this Louis Armstrong song and thank Lil Hardin for cutting his bangs and combing his hair, fixing his clothes, because this became one of his most famous songs. And right now, with the way, the turmoil that we are in, and not just our country, in the world is in turmoil. But what I started doing, I'm going to share a little bit of myself. Every morning I get up, I have a positivity journal, 5 minutes, and I write down 3 things that are good. And this morning I wrote, I have a warm house. I got 2 dogs that love me. And I had some raisin toast, which is my favorite thing in the world. So it's just little things that if you just embrace those little things and share them with somebody, make them smile, it makes you feel so much better. So we have to remember that this is a beautiful planet. It is ours. This is our home. And it loves us, and we are loving it back. And just think about this song. When you feel a little bad, remember that it is a wonderful world. I see trees of green, red roses too, and I watch them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, I need you all to sing the next line. What a wonderful world. You gonna make me cry? I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the bright blessed day and the dark sacred night. And what do we say? And I think to myself, what is it, you guys? What a wonderful world. The simple things, the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky. I see it in the faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands. They say, how do you do? What they really say. What's the best part? Is oh, come on. I hear babies cry, and I watch them grow. They know so much more than I'll ever know. Then I think to myself, what is it, y'all? What a wonderful world. Come on, Roger, give them something to dance to. It's so pretty in the sky. See it on the faces of people dancing by. I see friends shaking hands. They say, how do you do? What they're really saying is, I love you. I love you too. I hear babies cry, and I watch them grow. They know so much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Let's say it together. What a wonderful world. It's what I do. Since you don't know all the records, so we don't have to pay for it. That's true. That's true. So, I asked Roger if he could play something. Come over here, Roger. Get up off the piano. And Roger used to play for Von Freeman. Do you guys know about Von? Yeah. Von Ski. He called me Eminem Ski, cousin Margaret. Tim Ski's, Roger Ski, everybody was Ski. But Von Freeman, we celebrated his 100th birthday at the Jazz Fest 2 years ago. Because single-handedly, he put so many musicians out here that we are still working. He's gone, but we are still working. We're still carrying his legacy. And the Southside Jazz Coalition, my organization, is because of Von. Because Von had a free jam session every Tuesday night where we all came and we gathered and we played and we learned to love each other And I wanted that to continue, which is why the Southside Jazz Coalition was born. So I felt like we needed to honor that great musician who grew up right up on Calumet. His brother George still lives in that house at 97 years old, who was a guitarist. And I asked Roger to say a little bit about Vaughn and play something that he would play with Vaughn and give me a chance to be quiet.
The thing is with Vonsky is that as teenagers, and we were all inspired by him and all that he did, and some of the great players that we have now in the city of Chicago came through that era of playing under Vonsky. This song that I'm about to do, I'm going to make it short. This song was written by Wayne Shorter, great Wayne Shorter, who left us just recently, great composer. He was a great friend of Herbie Hancock, who lived right across the street, basically, lived in this neighborhood. And this is one of the compositions that Wayne Shorter wrote. This one is called Footprints.
so we're going to do one more song for you because we want to. Is that good, Doctor? Okay, because we want to make sure that we give you a chance to ask any questions that you might have of these wonderful musicians. We're going to end with Buddy Guy, who at 88 is still performing and came to Chicago from Alabama during the Great Migration, which brought so many people to Chicago. And if you haven't been to his club, go down there. They got the best chicken wing. So we're going to end with a song called Sweet Home Chicago.
That man always argue with me on stage. The Bible stage. All right. 2, 1.
Come on. Happy Black History Month. I'm so glad you guys came out. I hope I told you a little something you never knew before. I'll turn it over to the great doctor over here.
Thank you so much, Margaret, and the Southside Jazz Coalition. We can open it to some questions and answers if you have. We hear drivers from one of the facilities that he's waiting for people. So just wanted to make sure you know. Any questions? Yes, please.
You take a turn.
I know a place. There ain't nobody crying. There ain't nobody worrying. There ain't no smiling faces. Life to race. Okay, that's not that. Y'all gotta go. I took you there just for a second. Next time we'll go all the way. Yes, sir.
I thank you very much for sharing this. I grew up in my wife on 40, we were Benson, Nat King Cole, Diamond Washington. They all went to prison, they all hung out with my family. And it is such a pleasure to hear you talk about the history of this neighborhood.
Yes,
I'm glad you brought that up because musical museum, not only it's about the music and the pleasure you get from the music, but also you learn a lot. I learn a lot each time. And thank you so much for your beautiful introductions.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Yes, please.
I love the audience participation.